Hello there. So today I am back on the subject of the Spectrum Next, as you can see here, dumped unceremoniously on top of this Amiga 1200, which has been the source of my fixation for the past few months, getting to learn how to use it, and I've really enjoyed that. But I thought, seeing as the channel is called Spectrum Next Stuff, I should probably do something again on the Spectrum Next. And that ties in with a competition that was launched in the past few months, I think, where people could submit a piece of software, game, application, or hardware, and in return they had a chance to win a white Spectrum Next. And the results have now been published on the specnext.com website. I will drop a link below where you can go and vote for your favourites, and the winner will win that white Spectrum Next. Now, there were 3 games as part of this competition, 3 games for the Next, and I have just downloaded them to my SD card, and I haven't actually looked at them yet. So, where are we? Competition. So, Eternal Battle, Jetman in Space, and Next Point. And screenshots are available on the website, and you can see Next Point has a striking resemblance, well, not a striking resemblance, to Match Point. I assume that's the play on the words there. It's got a lot more colour. So that's a tennis game. I assume that's kind of a jetpack game, not seen it. And Eternal Battle, I'm not sure again. Eternal Battle is from Sanchez, I believe. I've got some notes here. Next Point is from Victor Murilla. And Jetman in Space. And I cannot pronounce this name, I am sorry. Mr. Miklas, I'll just say. First name is Macieij, surname is Miklas, so apologies for that. I'm not even going to attempt to butcher your name because I just embarrassed myself. I'm actually going to try in reverse order here. I'm going to fire up Next Point. And we have some docs, README, MD. Presumably you meant to look at those on the PC. Tell you what. Let's just fire it up and see what happens. I've got my 8-bit do. You can, right there. And a mouse, just in case. Okay. The joystick just works. Player 1 key set. Joystick 1, key set 2, joystick 2. Okay. So I'm assuming this might just be move around and hit. I'm not sure whether the different buttons do different things. I'm not really sure. Not reading the instructions. Options, surface random, game speed normal. Okay, 1 player. And we've got the old Lotus Esprit game. What was it called on the Amiga and ST? The Lotus game where they mashed up the names of famous people. Nigel Mansell became Nigel Mainsail and all that. Roger Fed Express, Sarah Wover, John McInrange, very good. Gabby Spatini, Kinky Boris, eh? He was a bit though, wasn't he? Yeah, I've been terrible. Sneaky Pete. Coming soon. So, yeah, so this game is not fully implemented. And I'm imagining that they would, in addition to having this as a contest entry, they might like to release this properly, digitally, physically, and get some money for all their work. So I'm going to go for Roger Fed Express. And what do I do?
50.
Miss the ball.
30 low.
Hold on. I need to... Oh.
40 low.
Yeah, I need to get into the right space for this, I think, and just...
Touch. Game server. Fall.
Oh, it's going to be a difficult one. But I think once you get into your flow and know exactly when to hit things, I think it'll...
15.
Yeah, it's one of those games you just have to keep trying and trying and trying. Yeah, I'm not very good.
Low.
Oh!
40. Game point. Fault.
Oh, damn you. Oh, no way.
15 low.
Okay, I'm hitting too early, I think. That's better. Too late.
15 low.
He's kicking my ass. Too late.
40 low. Game point. Touch.
Oh,
Game server.
ow. I guess there's a little bug there.
Low 15. Low 30.
Might just restart this. It's obviously incomplete at this point. Right, we're on clay. Let's see me get my arse kicked on clay. I think I'm serving, or am I? What's going on here? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I restarted. I need to put the joystick back on. And you know, in the fullness of time, I'll probably implement some kind of save configuration in the game. Let's try again. That I think was probably the longest rally I've had.
14 low.
So frustrated with myself.
14.
So close.
Game point. Game server.
Wow, that was fast.
$15 low.
Oh my god, did I actually just win a point?
Fault.
Oh,
15
Yes.
fault.
gotta be quite good on the old timing.
Fault. Double fault.
Double
15,
fault.
30.
I've just lost my, yeah.
15-40. Game point.
Oh, I'm just hitting that bit too early sometimes. Oh, that was
15
quick.
low. 30 low.
Oh, damn you.
Game point. Game
No, it's
server.
too good for me. But I can see myself playing this
15.
just to kind of prove myself and get better at it.
Fault.
I remember Super Tennis on the Super Nintendo, and I was shit at that to begin with anyway, so
15
I thought I'd have got that then. Damn you.
40. Game point.
Yes!
40. Game point.
Have it.
Fault.
Oh, it's high. I'm not sure what influences the... He didn't even go for that. I don't know what influences the shot type. Whether... Yeah, okay, so direction keys, I think, when you're hitting the thing. So I can hit to the right
Game
and
server.
serve an ace.
Low. 15.
Right, so probably reading the instructions is a good thing because that was a nice powerful shot I did there.
15 all. 15
But it's nice graphically.
15
It's nice and smooth.
game point.
You've got digital sound.
Out.
Out,
30
yeah.
40. Deuce.
Oh yes, hit the net.
Game point. Out. Dude.
Oh, bollocks to that.
Touch.
Oh, yeah, it's gone
Out
again.
server.
So maybe the author knows about this particular issue, but yeah, doesn't really. It's not really fair to judge it based on this version of the game. I wonder what I can do. Can I run anywhere? So that is Next Point by Victor Morello. Very nice. Okay, so next up we have Jetman in Space. Let's see what this is about. This page should contain a menu, but the game is not ready yet. Press the space to jump to the intro and level 1 directly. From there you can play with levels or directly jump to any level by pressing... I can't see what that is. Something to P. Is that an E? E to P. Only the first 5 levels have enemies. To do is menu difficulty levels. Yeah, okay. So Mr. Miklas. So he's just writing down all the things that he's going to be adding to this game. So, pressing space. The Glorpus Galaxy, a humble cluster of minor planets where the public transportation system was basically jetpacks. Everyone zipped around in spacesuits like caffeinated mosquitoes. Life was simple: float, sip, cosmic coffee, and avoid crashing into Saturnian billboards. Sounds like a good life to me. Seems to be flickering for quite a long time though. But we've got quite a nice parallel, like parallax even, effect there. But we do have this oh yeah, okay, so it's single screen. Just seeing if the other buttons do anything. So that's fire, that's fire, that's fire. I think, oh, I just pressed the Y button on this 8-bit do, which possibly fiddles with the levels. So if I just go back to the first level again with E, it was E. Assuming this is the first level again. You do flicker for a while, must admit. You know, when you first enter the screen. But I'm not really sure at this point what I'm supposed to be doing. Apart from the fact that there's a little red thing here, which I think, okay, I'll go and have a look at that. What's that all about? Yeah, I'm just not sure what I'm meant to do with this. Presumably it's a rocket part of some kind. Because there doesn't seem to be anything I can do. I don't think I'm missing anything. This H thing at the top, I'm not really sure what that is on the top. Oh, shit. Yeah, that H thing on the top, right, I'm not really sure what that is. Is it just a shooting thing at the moment and there's nothing you can actually do with the... Might actually see if there's some notes on this one. Just scroll down the website. Jetman in Space! Read the documentations, details, okay. So it takes us to the GitHub page. Version 0.10, which was published 18 hours ago. Issues. So there's lots of enhancements here and bugs. Add in-game music, add weapon explosive effect, stars burn as background image, which is a bug, add bouncing enemies, different star colours. Yeah, so there's lots of things here that are to be implemented. What I'm not really sure of is what the current state of things is meant to be, and as to whether I am supposed to be able to do anything with this part of or piece of rocket that I can carry around. But I don't think there is. If I just jump to another level, press R there. I don't know why sometimes my shot seems to turn into flames. Is it because I'm shooting through that? But again, I'm just wondering about this thing on the top right. What happens when this H gets to the very end? Lots of these little spaceships flying around. I seem to be going very slowly now. Is this a result of that H bar thing nearly filling up? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to put them up. I mean, there's a blue line at the bottom now instead of a red one. But I still can't seem to do anything with it, and I'm pressing all the buttons. So yeah, I'm not sure, whether this is it for now, and the rest of the game's going to be finished later. So you have to imagine what the game's going to look like, and based on all of the enhancements that are written on his GitHub page, what the end product might look like. So that is Jetman in space! And then finally we have Eternal Battle from Sanchez Crew. README. Oh dear, that's a lot of instructions. Reach the maximum level. Enemies can be attacked by clicking on them with the mouse, or you can purchase heroes, up to 12 on the battlefield, 4 different kinds: Barbarian, Archer, Knight and Wizard. Cost of a hero increases after each purchase. After purchase, the hero automatically appears on the battlefield at a random point. Gold will drop. You can only have 10 gold on the screen. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just fire up and see what happens. QR code there. Oh, my phone's tied up at the moment, so I presume that takes you to the Sanchez Crew website anyway. Right, so leaderboard, your current level is 1, best level is 1. I'm not really sure what this is. I'm not sure as well what state of play is with this game in terms of its completeness. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we've got 1000 gold, level 1, experience 0. Do I actually have to start now? Is this... So I have to actually pay for... So we've got a barbarian, okay. So what do I do? What do I do? Does he just stand there? I tell him to attack stuff. Oh, okay, I see. So I need to pay for an archer. Let's get some people onto the battlefield too. So presumably them getting to the left is bad. As I say, first time I have played this. I can pick him up, can I? Yeah. Sorry, yeah, I've got a mouse hand's a bit shaky at the moment. Yeah, okay, so I have to pick up the gold manually. I'm doing a really bad job of this, I imagine. Sanchez is kind of freaking out saying, what the hell are you doing? So is this like tower defense, I wonder, in terms of just trying to stop the people crossing the screen? I've got loads of money anyway, I'm just going to bring the knight on. I'm not... Okay, so I right click and then I can reposition them. So will they just attack people who are walking on the same plane? Let's just buy a wizard. So if I put him, say, here, is he going to stop this guy? And the title of the game probably just gives it away a bit. The eternal part of it, I guess, implies that it's just never ending. And that there probably are a lot of strategies and tactics to it. The fact that wizard costs more, presumably he's more powerful. Potentially, I guess, ways to upgrade their powers. I don't know if you have to kill so many bad guys before maybe the level ends, and then you can start doing some upgrades, skills. My barbarian guy here looks like he's on his last legs. So yeah, I'm not sure whether, you know, are they supposed to just stand there or not. Oh yeah, I've just lost shite. Barbarian came in just at the right place there. Knight is about to die. I can't actually see him, so moving. Yeah, probably doing really badly. I'd like to get another wizard in the mix anyway. Yeah, I'm not really picking this gold up very well as well. Soul hand. And what did it say? You can only have 12 heroes on the screen at once. But I am kind of running low on money now compared to what I had. Is it about 10 per... 10 or 12? Ooh, what happened there? Okay, so I guess my tactics probably weren't the best there. But still, you know, playing it for the first time. So we do have a little bugette in this one as well. Seems to have hung. So I guess potentially this isn't quite finished, polished, bug fixed yet. So I'll have a look at this README again and have a sip of Fanta. Reach maximum level, yeah, okay. No more than 10 on the battlefield, no more than 10 coins. Sometimes it's advisable to temporarily lower the level to accumulate resources. Don't forget, I don't know how you lower the level. Development time, a little over a month. Music is played directly, so streamed directly from the SD card using copper and Codebox. Code is written in my own dialect of a Structasm assembler, which is in the early stages of development, but I hope to bring it to public release. Yeah, okay. Now I still don't quite have the method for this game. Because I'm doing a video as well, I'm not really thinking too long and hard about things. So let's just stick some stick it in there. I don't know what the advantage as well is of being closer or further away. Forgetting that I need to right click. Stick it in there. Stick it in there. And I should be picking up this gold, shouldn't I? But do I also need to be hitting the fellas? Because I'm just kind of waiting for them to run into me, but you can actually just hit them. And I'm not sure who's hitting them, which of my heroes is hitting them. You know, do I select the hero and then, you know, if I select kind of the wizard, am I selecting the wizard? Or, you know, I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But it's lots of frantic clicking. But yeah, I'm not sure, yeah, as I say, I'm not sure when I'm hitting them here, I'm not sure how I'm managing to do that when my heroes are all the way over there. So damage, there's looks to be a way of increasing your damage by clicking on maybe this. My damage is now 2. So I'm doing more damage. And do I get different stats if I click on... just wondering what this HP 100% is, assuming... No, I don't know. Or is that just to get me back to 100% hit points I have to play? So they didn't have to die necessarily last time around. And I'm getting lots of coins on the battlefield now. I'll tell you what, my hand is not as good as it used to be for moving the mouse and clicking madly around. What this is doing though, because it says 0, what's it doing here? Level 4 of 4, yeah. I'm sure in time, and also it'd probably be good to watch someone else playing this. Someone with half a brain and half a clue. It's one of those where I think you have to swap out your right hand. Is it like Rad Arts now? Because in Rad Arts you can just hold the button down. Which I didn't do in my original video, that was quite silly as a result. But I've got loads of money now compared to last time. I can also increase my damage again. If I go to 3, what does that do? Because presumably the enemies are getting harder and harder. But yeah, this looks fun, and I'm sure there's a lot of strategy to it. I mean, it's a simple concept, I guess. Actual time, you know, coding it is a month. It's pretty good. You know, we've had one hiccup, but I'm sure they can go and identify what happened there and fix it. But you know, all of these games have been in some form or another works in progress. Although this one does feel more, you know, complete. It doesn't look to be missing things, and the match point you had potentially one player. Obviously, as I said, if they gave you like a full game, that would take a long time to develop, not enough time to submit it before the competition ended. But yeah, I just wonder how long I could go on like this. It also feels a bit like, is it that game Plants vs Zombies as well, which I played years ago? Oh shit, they are firing back now. They are firing back. I'm gonna stick another archer in here. Stick in here. Go on, shoot the bastards. Cool. Get in. And I can increase damage again with another 200. I think. Yeah. Damage level 4. I am getting slightly more overwhelmed now. I need to pick up this gold. You could actually do with 2 people on this. 2 mice, you know. One hitting the bad guys and another one picking up the coins. So I can do damage, I can take damage up higher, I think damage level 5. And I've lost someone, so I might just stick another barbarian in the mix. I can't seem to do anything with this HP. We did mention you can lower the level, is that right? Yeah, you can lower the level. So that potentially, I presume, gives you some kind of respite. Oh dear, yeah. I can see how it's starting to become a little bit overwhelming now. And also, I guess you don't want these guys to come close to you because they start hitting you and you start getting damaged. But now, of course, they're shooting at you anyway. Ranged weapons. Yeah, I can see this how this is gets more frantic, frenzied, and chaotic. So yeah. Good, good, good. Yeah, so that is Eternal Battle. So as I mentioned, the competition included other things as well. You had an SCN driver. Let me just go through these. And as I say, I'm going to put the link down below and fire them up and vote. SCN driver, super basic extension for the QL core on the Spectrum Next from Simon Goodwin there. You have a ZMC compiler suite by Chris Taylor, which is a native programming language suite for the Spectrum Next. You have a Sam Coupe screen viewer called SSX from Robert Morrison. A lot of love for the Sam Coupe. I've got one somewhere in the loft, which is going to come down after this has its tenure on my desk. Next, Fractal Explorer by Matthew Thompson for the Spectrum Next, and you have Next to Net from Martin Hill, which is a hardware interface. And let's have a look at that one. Wishing to connect the QL Spectrum compatible machines to one another using built-in network capability to share files and investigate the potential for multi-user gaming. Okay. Then we have PCQL Transfer by Johan, and the surname again, Engdahl, is that right? So public votes will carry a 70% weight. The next team's votes will carry a 30% weight. Voting closes on May the 29th at midnight, and final results will be announced during the Spec Next and Kickstarter 3 talk. Ooh, Kickstarter 3 at RecCon 2025 in Barnhill Community Centre and Social Club in Hayes. So yeah, have a look, pick your favourites, and someone will win a White Next. We currently have 227 votes in, and I can't actually see yeah, I can't actually see the results at the moment, and I wouldn't share them anyway if I could. I can probably get into the admin side of the website and see what's what. Yeah, but it's nice to see, you know, competition and people actually submitting proper pucker entries for it. It's a good indication of how things are going with the next when people take their time out to build and create these things, and also people not necessarily familiar to us producing software, you know, and games as well. Yeah. So yeah, back to the real world now, or perhaps to this Amiga 1200, or maybe I'll fire up some of these games again. So cheers.